So, hi. It's Debbie, and we have Sarah on board. Sorry, my camera got hung up a little bit. Thank you for joining us for the third and final day of rest and reset. So, we're going to kind of riff here a little bit, answer questions. We've had some questions come in for people who couldn't make it, and just kind of like the now what thing. Okay. So thank you for actually watching our videos and please give us feedback
Yes.
because this is our out the gate founding event here. And we're just working out the kinks and trying to make all of you beautiful people happy here. So go chat away here for a second, Sarah.
Okay. So let's see. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed day one and day two. And if you haven't watched it, there's no like time limit really. You can do that whenever you get a chance. And then hopefully you found something at least in day one, that you want to try to incorporate into your days and your weeks. And yeah, we'll be curious to get some feedback and hear what it is. And if anyone else, if I don't know, Rose, if you want to share anything, or if you're not on this call and you're listening to the recording, please send us a little message because we would love to hear.
Mhm. So what did you think, Rose? Was it helpful, useful, could have been deeper? I mean, give us your thoughts.
Day one, I liked it. I especially liked your stuff because I'm a movement person. Um, and it was things I had not heard before.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
good. Yay. So, with all this stuff that we gave, it's not meant to, between the three things that Sarah had introduced and the three things that I had done, it's like, don't feel like you have to add all six to your bag. It's just kind of pick and choose what works for you. Because if it's, which I'm glad to know that, like, some of the things, like, hey, it's new. Well, good. So now you at least have something to play with that's new. And if it works, keep it in the tool shed. Because, like I said, I have a shed, not a tool bag. And it just kind of rotate them in and out. I don't know. I think I mean, I do the movement part that I taught, like, because that's gyrotonic, it's Pilates stuff. So I'm always constantly doing that. And I have a wound up nervous system anyway. But the breathing, the one nostril breathing thing is like always on my list. It's always in my tool bag that I use because I'm usually having a hot flash. I was having a hot flash at BioFit working out today too. And and stuff. But I think just putting something new in your bag is great. And, you know, it's like when your nervous system is all revved up, and Sarah had a couple people pop in for questions on this too, that it's like without a regulated nervous system, and there's so many layers of what that actually encompasses. We could do a whole workshop on just like vagus nerve and all of that. But if that's not calm, it's like your body can't completely function at 100%, whether it's your mind or just like you get really tight in your tissue. And sometimes it's hard to like break barriers of getting strong, or you'll like feel like you're kind of like ebbing and flowing. It's just kind of a dysregulated nervous system. It's stress.
Stress.
It's stress, and we're so bombarded. We hated to like do online videos because it's like it's all this screen time we do and just it's everyday life, you know?
For sure.
Yeah. Jump on in. You had Sarah some
Well,
questions.
I
That
don't, I
came.
was gonna see if Rose had questions first, and then we could go to the ones that were sent in. Since
Um,
she's here, she gets both of us.
Yeah, I know. You can ask us anything.
with the Oliveda stuff, you mentioned the retinol. Is that good for like your hands and arms too?
Oh
Or is
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, the green retinol stuff. Yeah. I mean that's what you can do, oh, Sarah will know the number.
Is it the green one, the F81? Or no, wait, what are you talking about? The F82?
The
The,
F8, yeah,
The
the green
retinol for the
retinol for the
spots.
face, the
it's
green retinol for the face.
F82. That's like kind of an oil-based serum, right?
It
Yes.
is. I love that stuff. I mean, that's
Yes.
like my go-to, but that's my clients' go-to for like spots. But I was going to say, it's what is the Cell Active Body Serum?
Oh,
Is it
yes, that's
Cell?
I want to say it's B16 or
No.
B15, but it's because one is a lotion and one is a serum, and the serum is really great for the whole body.
And it that can do spots. I haven't played with it enough on my own self, but I know from other people that they've had really good success with that. Isn't that a big
Okay.
thing? It's annoying on our hands
Yeah.
and stuff. But like, but definitely like the green retinol across the chest. I mean, it takes a little bit, but not that long, like to start seeing it nudge. Yeah, that's a good
Okay.
question. Yeah, I love that stuff. I'm a heavy hand though with product.
Same here. When people are like, "Oh, two to three pumps of the face oil," I'm like, "No, like 10 pumps." I want to like bathe in it and get all my makeup off, and yeah.
I know. I know. I'm a heavy hand when it comes to that, but I don't just like I was saying, I don't reserve it to my face. I mean,
Right.
it's I mean,
Well, you really should go all the way down to
I
your
mean, I'm kind of
dermatitis.
going all the way down and slapping it wherever I need to, but the stuff works. I think that's um was my biggest surprise. And I mean, I when Sarah and I first got together and I started using the products under her, we met as our team got together, and I was just about in tears, like within like a couple of I would say within a couple of months, because from my radiation damage that I had on my chest, my dermatologist honestly said, "Sorry, you're shit out of luck. There's not a laser, there's not a cream, there's nothing that will ever budge anything." And I had some really weird things.
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to go see her because it was working." And even
Wow.
she's been surprised. So I'm always at the anomaly. So will it work for everybody? In theory, it should, but it just depends on to what degree. I mean, is it ever going to be perfect? No. I mean, we're
Yeah.
all searching for
What were
a
you
magic
using
bullet.
for that area, Deb?
It was the green retinol,
Okay.
the green retinol, and I swear by our internal, the IO1, which is like the original
The
product.
first product they
Yeah.
made. Yeah. The pure
Yeah.
olive leaf extract with the camu berry. I love that. I mean, I don't now I love it. When I first started it, the taste was like a little bitter, and now it's not. Now it's like sweet. To me, I guess your taste buds change.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And what is that specifically for?
So that one is for a lot of things. It's more I think it says like immune boost, right? It's because Camu has 30 times more vitamin C than an orange, so it's really high antioxidant. But what it does
Yeah.
inside the body is it just brings down the inflammation within the body, which can affect your
Yeah.
skin, um, can affect a lot of things.
And it's good. The olive leaf extract in it, that I mean, it's probably one of the most highly concentrated out of the internal stuff that we take that's in the product line. But the interesting thing is that it's very antibacterial, but it kills fungus.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
a lot of us don't know we have like fungal issues in our
Mm-hmm.
system. And so that's how it starts kind of clearing things up, and you have like better digestion and gut health. I did not know, honestly, that that's what it did. But my chiropractor who uses this stuff, she was like, "Well, no wonder it clears up." And she was giving me this whole file. I was like, "Oh, didn't know that." But I mean, it totally makes sense. And
Yeah, it will
yeah,
like for my I have a 20-year-old with not great skin and acne. And when he takes it regularly, which is the struggle, but if he takes it's really just a teaspoon or less a day, his skin clears up like it
Yeah.
completely clears. So
Yeah.
it's pretty incredible.
And you need vitamin C, high dose vitamin C, whether it's from that or anything else, to rebuild collagen. So you kind
Exactly.
of get the double boost. And like my husband was about to get sick. He was like, coming down with a cold. He's a big baby on that note and stuff. I'm like, here, why don't you try this? He hates my magic juju stuff, but he was like, okay, it worked. Okay. So now, now he's taking it when he feels the sniffles. I've given it to our dog.
Yeah.
I've given
Oh,
it to our dog. It's safe to give that to them. It's like just like a vitamin boost, an antioxidant, or if they're coming down with something. We're actually, well, okay, we'll let the cat out of the bag or the dog out of the bag. They
Yeah,
actually
right.
are going to come out with a line for pets, for dogs,
nice.
at some point. It with like an internal. I'll be curious. I don't know. We don't know the ingredients. We don't know all the ins and outs on it. Um, but yeah, I've given it to Shadow and she'll drink it. She'll eat it. I mean, it's just a drop. It's a couple dropperfuls. It's not anything major. And I
Yeah, you
prefer the
can,
liquid stuff.
like with my kids, they'll mix it with water or juice and they'll drink it that way. With me, I can take it straight or I mix it with olive oil and do my little shot in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. The company's really cool. The products, I think, and I'm glad you're having a good experience with them, but they do give you the 365-day return guarantee. So if anything is kind of a dud for you personally, um, no big deal. No big deal. But there's something about the products that resonate to me that are like they're all very calming to your nervous system. I mean, they're clean, they keep you from like it helps to me like de-stress. I'm always rubbing lotions and stuff on me, and I think that's um part of it and part of the line. It's not just them. Here I said I wasn't going to, give one more tip. Okay, I can't help myself. If you, as we age, because we're kind of dehydrating, we talk about this actually in day two. We're dehydrating, we start out as a plump grape and we begin to turn into a raisin. And so you can use whether it's like fragranced oils or just the plain olive oil or just use organic oil. How about that? I mean, you could use sesame oil if you wanted to. You can oil, it's an Ayurveda technique. You can oil your joints. You can oil
Oh,
your whole body from head to toe. So it's like you're feeding your skin good fat from the outside in. So it's like bypassing you from actually eating it, but it does the same thing, but it lubricates your joints. It lubricates your joint
oh, okay.
and stuff. And it's really helpful if you do it before you go work out. You just don't want to have like greasy hands. John would not be happy on our equipment with greasy hands. Um, but no, I totally oil myself every morning, and it's great if you oil yourself at night. It helps you sleep. At
Mhm.
least do your feet. That's how I look at it. Feet are great. Feet have all your nerves in it. It's relaxing.
I'm gonna do that tonight. Okay.
Yeah, give it a try. I mean, I'm rubbing my own feet. There ain't nobody rubbing my feet in my house.
Not unless the dog has opposable thumbs.
Exactly. Exactly. Even my dog wants a massage, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I just think we just don't take enough time to do like oiling your feet or just slapping a mask on and hanging out or y- y- we need more love for ourselves at this point in our life. I mean, hang out with the dog while you look like the green goddess. you know it does not frighten the animals with the mask on. Shadow's used to that.
It does frighten my husband sometimes. He's like, "Oh, whoa, what are you doing there?" I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
it's just a mask."
right. Right.
Dad, hopefully you guys didn't hear my dog barking. I think my son's home right now.
Mm,
Um,
No, no. Rosie has a great dog. Yeah, we're the big dog people here. But it's I don't know. It's just this is just kind of a, warms my heart to like have a share, not just the elevator products, but it's just things like I think the journal prompts that Sarah gave were great. And I'm not much of a journaler, but I like to kind of do that whole body scan thing. It's
I've
just
Yeah, it was
I've
in,
recently started journaling, but
did
not
you?
every day.
It's good to put pen and paper. I'm impressed.
Mhm.
Congratulations for doing that. And you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it for the whole month of January every day, well, almost every day. And then I kind of like fell off a bit. And then I went back to it and I knew like there's something about it. It does make a difference with how you feel. And it's like, it's not like this instant thing. Like you might not feel it instantly, but somehow it's just like getting stuff out. And then like you're able to move on and not think about those things that were whatever, agitating, irritating, upsetting,
Right.
frustrating, all the emotions that we don't want to be feeling all the time.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
just feel like just pick something every day to work on. It doesn't have to be an hour. I'm giving so at the end of all of this, I'll post the video, but in there, I'm going to email. It'll be posted with the videos. We're putting together like a resource sheet, and it'll have links to like some of the tools we use during the face stuff. And there'll be a link to, we both love the Lanshin uh, gal.
for the
It,
gua
it
sha.
for the gua sha
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
So you don't have to buy her tools because
Mhm.
you can always find similar ones on Amazon. But I wanted you to have her link so you could browse around. But she has the most amazing YouTube channel
Oh,
and all these techniques for your entire body and not just for beauty, it's for health too. She's fabulous. She's an acupuncturist. If I'm
oh.
ever up in the East Coast, I would love to go have her work on me. I think it would be
Mhm.
just so much fun to have that happen. But she does incredible things, and I think she's a great resource for everyone. And there's some other random like links for some of the other tools, but I have two. I consider the meditation music downloads. They're like an hour long, but there's not me talking or Sarah. It's perfectly silent. It's just music, so you can just even play it in the background, and they're a little bit different. One's a frequency one that has for third eye, so you have more focus. So it has the undertones of the frequency on that. And the other one is just kind of like this Zen blissful music. So we wanted to include.
I like to put those on in the background if I am doing the journaling because I find that it like
Yeah,
allows me to just kind of get a little bit more in a peaceful place, but also just like present and able to feel whatever I am feeling. So that music just kind of helps me get in that mode.
exactly. I
And
just
then,
we need peace.
yes,
I play frequency music to fall asleep by every night.
Mhm.
And I have my timer set that it turns off after an hour. And
Oh,
it's like
nice.
I'm way far asleep by before that hour is up.
that's good. Would you use Spotify or Insight Timer? What do you use?
Somebody sent me just a clip from I think it was a YouTube clip, and I just
Okay.
Okay.
used that. But
Yeah.
I have an app on my phone called Moongate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they've got all kinds of different frequency music on there. Some of it's
Yeah.
just some of it's nature sounds,
Mm.
um, some of it's music, and they have different parts of music for different things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I also highly recommend the Insight Timer app. It's free and it has just hundreds, thousands of meditations. Some of it's guided, some of it's just music. Some of
Nice.
them are talks on different subjects. You can find teachers you like that you've maybe heard of before, or you can search for, like I did, like a search for sleep meditations, and then it, came up with a big list, and then I could put them in little folders and everything so I could go back to them. Or I sometimes get migraines, so I made a whole list for migraine meditations.
Mm.
I've
Uh,
got a good chiropractor for you to go to for those migraines.
I did try that. Yes, I did. It does not work on me. I don't know.
She's not here in town this
No,
like
Oh,
I'm all the way north of San Francisco in
oh
California.
my. I
Mhm.
don't know anybody out there. Sorry.
Yeah,
We just need to come visit her. That's what I said. She
There
lives
you
in a
go.
beautiful
Or
location.
she needs to come here and we'll introduce her to everybody.
Yeah, right?
that would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun, right?
It would be good. Spotify also surprisingly has, like, some people have already set up lists of like sleep music or certain frequencies and things. So I tend to use both of those if I'm wanting something like that.
Awesome. We'll
Yeah.
include, well, because
You
Sarah,
can add that
yeah,
to the resource
yeah,
list.
we'll add that to the resource. And there's a couple ones that I use for things. One's free, one's paid for, but and they have frequency stuff. I've been using one. I use Brain Tap most frequently.
Oh.
But it's a subscription and it's a whole thing. But
Well,
I'll try
Moongate,
anything.
yeah, Moongate's a subscription too. And what I did is I signed up for 1 year and then canceled the subscription. So I at least have it for 1 year.
There you go.
Right?
And then instead of it auto renewing, it's like I can consider if I want to keep using it or not.
Exactly.
Decide what you want to do next. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
No, I think some things are worth paying for,
Mm-hmm.
and other things, it's like there's so much free stuff out there. And I mean, I should probably include in the resource. This resource is going to get big. It started out small. I have a feeling after our conversation, I need to include a few more things. There's so many wearables out there these days, like the Aura Ring, and
Mm-hmm.
it just depends on what. I think you can get as low tech as we did, and that was by design. We wanted to give low tech options and on the fly things that you didn't need all these tools for. But there's so many cool tools and apps and things like that out there. Um, I think we'll have to do a part two. We won't make it a retreat per se, but there's so many other good things to provide for all of you out there. Um, because that's the biggest thing. I mean, your stress and nerves, our bodies are listening. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all I can say. Our cells are listening and they're holding on to what we put into it. Um, and if we can get to work on that, then the rest kind of falls into place. And the purpose of the skin was not just to plug Oliveda. It wasn't. It's just it's super clean, and we need to put clean products on our skin, on our
Mm-hmm.
body. I was just listening to a podcast, Gary Brecka. I was listening to, he was interviewing a dermatologist at a conference, and they were quoting some study that they had done, and I thought it was super interesting. They said that by the time a woman from morning till night can use up to 180 different products that touches their skin
Wow.
and hair and everything. And I thought, isn't that interesting? I never even thought about it because they brought up some things I was like, well, yeah, you wash your hands
Mm-hmm.
as you're washing your hands. And then if you put lotion back on or the hand sanitizer these days, and just it just started adding up and it makes you think a little bit more about the stress that we put on our body and nervous system. I mean, just things just aren't like they used to be. Call me old, call me old fat. I mean, what happened to just slapping some lard on your face?
Well, now they're
And
going back to beef tallow.
yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah.
I just heard a she's a doctor who came up with her own skincare line. And she basically said that beef tallow phase needs to pass. It's not good for your skin. Like fry your food in it, but don't put it on your face. So that was
We'll
interesting.
see. Yeah, I don't know. Break
I
out
don't know either.
the old fashioned stuff, I mean, we're
Yeah,
just keep it real food, real stuff on your skin, and I think we'll all, live a little bit longer and a little bit healthier
for
and just
sure.
kind of have a little bit more peace at this point in all of our lives is very helpful. And if it takes
Yeah.
Yeah.
work at this age.
Well, it's like
My
everything I've been doing, I'm like, no wonder I didn't do this before when I was working. I had no time
right.
because it takes up your entire day.
You,
Sometimes.
you could spend your entire day
Yeah.
if it truthfully, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but it doesn't have to be that way.
No.
I have
No.
to pare back myself that it's like I'll get in a groove and it's like, oh, let's just do another hour.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I have 10 minutes today.
Yeah.
I'll live
Well,
with that.
one of the questions I got was, what can I do if I only have 5 minutes? So really the journaling can be done in 5 minutes. You can do a quick, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like a box breathing, which is just 4 seconds in, hold four, out four, hold
Hmm.
four. So it's like a box. Anyway, that's another one. 5 minutes of that, it completely resets your nervous system. So any of the tools we suggested, if you just picked one and did it for 5 minutes, I think
Right.
the somatic body exercises might take 4 minutes if you did all of them.
Hmm.
So if you have limited time, you just pick the one thing and do it. I think doing them, that was the other question I got. Is it better to do something daily, or is it better to take like a couple times a week and do like an hour? I'd say whichever one you can fit in, but for me,
Right.
I think the daily helps, the 5 minutes daily, because then you're like retraining your mind or your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a doctor at one point over the last handful of years. He was like, the first 50 years of your life, you can get away with anything. You can party like a rock star. Part. He's like, but the last 50, he's like, oh, not so much. I mean, he was like, still enjoy yourself. But, he, it just, we just don't operate that way. We're not designed. It kind of stinks because we're all still, no matter what age we're at, to me, when you hit 50 and past, we still have a lot of life to live and a lot of things to do and give, but we just have to do it. And I think like where we train at, I mean, resting and recovery is just as important as
Mhm.
that go, 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 go. And this is where this all fits in. And I think our bodies after 50 and brains just need more of that um, to be productive and to just stay mobile, healthy, feeling good. Because I mean, if you haven't had a major health challenge, great. And if you have, it's okay.
Mhm.
I'm the walking testimony for that. But it's like you just have to keep taking care of yourself in whatever manner that's easy for you. Just because I do 10 different things, maybe you only want to do two, or Sarah has different things she wants to do. And around here, it's like we're weather pending if you're outside or inside. And I don't know. Life's too short to feel miserable, kind of thing, and throw in the towel and think that the old phrase is, it's just because you're getting older.
Right. I
Mm,
know.
It's not because you're just getting older. It's like that's a myth. That's a myth. None of us here look like the AARP people that they put on those things with the hair and stuff. Ain't no way.
Yeah, I like how they send you the card. Like, I for I got it a couple months before my 50th birthday, and I was like, wait, what? What is this?
Mhm.
What are you trying to say here?
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
Nothing wrong with that. I don't
no,
mean it, any disrespect, but I think everyone that has participated in all of this has a little more zest for life and a little more vibrancy and still has a lot of life to still live.
for sure.
And you just have to feel great in your own skin. That's all I can say. Um, and I'm fighting it every step of the way.
Yeah, me too,
And,
girl.
and I hope y'all are coming along with all of us to keep fighting it every step of the
Mhm.
way. You just have to you just have to find your own personalized tool bag. That's it.
Mhm.
And it's gonna look different. It's gonna be different little shape and color. Yours Louis Vuitton and mine's my little Quince bag. Just all depends,
Yeah.
But it's an investment in yourself. Thank you for joining us, and taking the time to invest a little bit of your time and money and your brain power and your body with us because ain't nobody gonna do it but yourself.
Mhm.
The
We can
truth.
lead the I mean, my husband doesn't do shit for himself. I'm leading the horse through the water. He ain't drinking it. Women, we need to take care of ourselves. I think we're
Yeah,
better, but we've taken care of everybody else at some point. We need to take care of ourselves
yeah,
at this point.
exactly.
You know, they'll live. Everybody can be put on hold, including the dog. She was giving me grief before I was like, please, I have to go to work for just a little while. But Sarah, you've been great. Thank you for doing this long
Yeah.
distance, and our people are everywhere. I have one of my girls is in Massachusetts, and I don't know, there's people all over the place for both between the two of us here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun. Maybe we'll have to meet somewhere. And
That'd be really fun. Yeah. To meet in person.
yeah, she's doing a retreat in a beautiful beach coming up towards the summer. It makes us all
Oh,
tempted to come fly
Yeah.
there. You never know.
never know.
You never know.
It'd
There,
be
where
fun.
we met, where Rose and I have met is Adventures Unknown.
Oh,
So
interesting. Okay. Cool.
good
Very cool.
name. Well, Rose, do you have any more questions for us? We could sit here and just girlfriend chat with you for a while.
I really don't. It's like, what other questions have people asked?
Yeah, I will take a peek. Let's see. So I got one that says, how do I know when my nervous system is getting dysregulated again or just is? And I think Debbie alluded to it a bit, the tightness in the shoulders, jaw, chest, shallow breathing, holding your breath,
Hmm.
restlessness, sudden fatigue, headaches, stomach tightness, trouble sleeping, or waking up already tired and then feeling tired. And then in your mind, it's like the racing thoughts, feeling like scattered or not able to focus, which is kind of how I always feel because I have ADHD. So there's that. But also the negative or critical self talk, feeling overwhelmed by small things. That's a big one that I like. For me, I notice if I'm feeling overwhelmed, then that's a big signal to me. And then that difficulty making simple decisions. Like emotionally, you might feel more irritable, reactive, anxious,
Hmm.
edgy, um, or just a little withdrawn or disconnected. And then in terms of your behavior, you might feel like you're rushing, you're overworking, even scrolling sometimes is a sign, right? Because it's like we're just trying to find that calm or that place of giving your mind a break. But then when you're scrolling, you're actually not because it's so stimulating, right? Oh, I'm guilty of this one, snapping at people or feeling unusually sensitive. When you're reaching for more caffeine, sugar, distractions, and skipping meals, rest, or practices that you know help you feel good. It's like when we skip the things that we know make
Mhm.
us feel better or keep us grounded, like how I skipped the journaling for a couple days and then I started to like, you know, drift from my calmness, so to speak.
I know one of the other questions that I got, it was purely as simple as when I started saying this is like, well, what now? It, it's just to take the time to, I feel like you need to have a list, whether it's mental or written, of like the things that actually work for you. And if you're having a 911 situation, which it could be between somebody cutting you off in traffic to, oh God, I have to spend how much time with my relatives for an hour or two? Or, just moments that you have like your emergency toolkit that you can whip out. I mean, and maybe you can't like do like that nostril breathing with clothing, but maybe you can just focus. Maybe it's the box breath, maybe it's a few deep breaths, maybe it's even the little figure eight things that you can do. I think when you wake up in the morning, it's to kind of also to set the tone for the day. Maybe you have that one ritual before you get out of bed to set the tone. Maybe it's just, verbally, internally, externally, heard like just name three things that you're grateful for. It's just, to use like some of the tools, whether it's the journaling prompts, the breathing before you get out. Honestly, the little hair squeeze stuff is great before you wake up. It kind of wakes your hair follicles and your brain up. So it's just kind of like picking the time of the day that maybe having that ritual on the now what thing. And if you feel like you hit a roadblock, there's always more to explore with us. You know, um, Everything is not linear. I mean, everything's as highs and lows. You climb the mountain, you think you're doing great, and then you hit that spot, and it's like, or sometimes when you're on such a high on things that it's like if things are aren't working anymore, it's because maybe you need to step back and try something different in your toolbox, pull out something maybe you haven't tried in a while, so it keeps moving forward and you don't get stagnant. But I think this is a good building block. I mean, like this is a good place to add a few new tools in, test drive them, and kind of go. We're ever changing. Tomorrow's a new day. Who knows what we're going to feel like? So it's like you just have to be fluid and be okay with not being okay in a certain moment and finding the right tool that can kind of bring you back to neutral. Like I said, we could sit here and answer more questions and talk all night about this. I mean, but I'm sticking to the list of what was given be between us, and thank you, Rose, for bringing your thoughts to the table and questions tonight too. What are your any closing thoughts, my Sarah?
I think you summed it up well. And yeah, I would agree with all that. That time in the morning, that first 5 minutes or whatever it is when you wake up is also when your brain is most like open. So doing something at that point is really good because it does, like Debbie said, set the tone for the day and it makes a difference.
Yep, you don't want to roll out of the wrong side of the
And
bed.
then you don't
You
have
can
to
help.
figure out where else to fit it in, right? Because you're like, okay, I did that.
You right? Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. If I can find, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find, I forgot to let everybody know, I have a face chart. I hope I can upload it properly. So when you do your face, it organizes it, for organs, what part of your face, what organs are related to what part of your face. So that's
Yeah.
interesting that you get when do any of the gua sha or even just rubbing on just massaging your face and stuff. But there's a funny little photo that I used to use at my studio for about waking up out of bed like, oh shit, she's up. Watch out world kind of thing. So maybe I can find that so you can post somewhere like on your phone for like, do you remember? There you are. We'll come up with something clever, but the face chart's fun. I promise that in day two video, and I've been looking for the right one, and I think I found it from one of my certifications that I went through. So I'll get that all to you. But well, let's say good night.
Yeah, well, it was nice to meet you,
Thank you.
Rose. Thank you,
Nice to
Debbie,
meet
for
you
putting
too.
this all together, and
Thank
hopefully
you.
get to do more.
Yes, and I promise within less than 24 hours I'll have the resources together and put all this up. And you'll get an email. But it'll be posted
Perfect.
to YouTube in case that doesn't work. God willing, on technical skills in Google Drive.
Yay.
You're fine. You can do it.
Thanks. Thank you both. So you take care. Thanks everybody
All right.
for
Have a good
jumping
night,
in.
Thank
ladies.
you.
Have a
Take
good night.
care.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye.